today we're ranking enemies in God of War 3 and Chains, starting with— oh dude, don't climb out of his shoulder, man, what the fuck? Cyclops remains are somehow even grosser than me, and I'm a gamer. The Cyclops are the same ground-punching weirdos from 2, except now Kratos goes full cowboy mode with the grab. It's fun with the normal version, but this one's got his whole ass bone out. Cyclops is B tier, but I'm taking points off this one for showing me his business. Next up, we've got the Siren, who turned herself into the color blue. Funniest shit I've ever seen. Unfortunately, you have to blind yourself to fight her. All of their power comes from being blue, so once that's gone, it's actually kinda sad to watch. I'm going with B tier for blue. Stone Talos, the most satisfying enemy to fight in the game. They are stupid strong, but your attacks literally break them and you can see them struggling. And it rocks, dude. They're made out of rocks, dude. When there's 2 of them, you're constantly getting that feedback. Plus, these guys just have insane aura. Easy S tier. Now, who is that off in the distance? It's so hard to see, man. Oh, dude. You didn't tell me they put your mom in the game? I just want to apologize. Your mother is a fine woman. Like the Cyclops, Kratos goes full cowboy and takes these harpies for a ride. They are exclusively used for solving puzzles, but they do drop red orbs, which is fucking sick. It's about 20 orbs, so probably enough to upgrade everything. The little harpies are also in this game, but the new long-range grapple and the bow of Apollo both make them trivial. D tier. The Minotaur is another God of War classic. The first few you meet don't have any weapons, and Kratos can do this grapple stun to bully them. Once they get axes in their hands, you better watch the fuck out, because they're gonna try to kill the floor. I'm serious, brother. They will actively avoid you to snort this chain. By the time you fight the hardest version, the Nemean cestus can keep them permanently glued to your camera. They just kind of exist. They're not strong, that's for sure. I'll put them in C tier. The Cerberus mongrel is a good boy.
Get your fucking dog, bitch! It don't bite.
He's the weakest Cerberus in the game, but he makes up for it by spitting fireballs at these bastards of Olympus. This segment alone is enough to put my boy in the S tier, but you get to do it a few more times, and it's always incredible. S tier! If you've played 3, you definitely remember the Hades version of this enemy. And that's probably because it ruined your life, right? Let's be honest, you haven't felt joy since you tried God of War 3 on Chaos difficulty. And this guy summoned 2 satyrs with exploding puppies to rob you of your dignity. It's okay though, because we're about to get our vengeance right now, brother. Say it with me. F tier. And since I mentioned the satyrs, fuck those guys too, man. You want to give a God of War 3 fan nightmares? Show him footage of this hallway. Why am I getting my cheeks clapped by 2 different versions of Spider-Man right now? Honestly, it's enough to make a grown man cry, or at least lay on the ground for like 10 minutes. Hang out together in F tier, you freaks. Next up, we got the Gorgon. Now, the Gorgon is actually your biggest asset in a fight, because Kratos can use his Uno reverse ability to redirect her freeze at enemies. Her other main attack is a snake squeeze that always hurts her more than it hurts you. And it's not a God of War game if you don't hold up a gross severed head to mog your enemies. I really do think they make the fights easier. So I'm going with A tier. Olympus Fiend. The enemy's so easy you probably forgot they existed. Here's real footage of me fighting a fiend on Chaos difficulty. Hold on, let me just get this chest real quick. This is just pathetic, brother. I know you got legs. Oh shit! Alright, that was pretty sick. They just barely managed to crawl into D tier with that one. The Chimera in this game is pretty sick, dude. Every fight with them is kind of like fighting 3 different enemies. You got the snake part, which looks a little bit like the funniest dinosaur. Until he suddenly doesn't. The lion part, which walks on 2 feet and breathes fire, obviously. Normal lion behavior. And the goat part that also spits fire. I'm starting to think God of War isn't realistic. Chimeras are super easy to cheese, like one combo over and over again easy. But the fact that each head has its own minigame is pretty cool. I'm putting all 3 of these assholes into S tier. Alright, who is this? Olympus Sentry? Oh no, dude. Pour one out for this guy. I've never seen a more easily bullied enemy in my life. These are the guys Kratos accidentally obliterates on his way to a real enemy. They aren't annoying enough for F tier, but my god do these things suck. Olympus Guardians are the heroic soldiers who prevent Helios from dying an excruciating death. Good job, guys. Masters in the art of stealth, the Guardians stalk their prey until he easily fucking destroys them. Also, I was lying about the stealth part. These guys really only exist to let you flex with the Nemean Cestus. And once the shields are gone, they're just regular Olympus sentries. And there's nothing weaker than that guy. Except for Olympus archers, who I always kill with the bow, so I can say, "Who's the Olympus archer now, you stupid mother?" I scream the beat part too. Anyways, all of these guys are in D tier because I don't respect them. Next up is the Centaur. It's important to remember that this guy is half horse, and I would never hurt such a majestic creature. But he's also half human, and I fucked those guys up on the regular. The Centaur on his own is kind of terrible. It's why he's always surrounded by 800 dudes, and if you parry him, he gets stuck in this loop where he keeps doing the same attack that didn't work the first time. What I'm saying is, he's more horse than man, so it's kind of a gray area for me. I'm going C tier. Hades Cerberus whelps are dogs that are always on fire, even before I light them on fire.
Oh my god!
I sound like a psychopath. Kicking them is unbelievably fun. Well, now I definitely sound like a psychopath, and I refuse to put them anywhere but S tier. Finally, we have the Wraith. Unlike the first two games, you can rip these guys straight out of the ground, which was the only thing saving them from bouncing around like a Mario brother. The circle button finish is pretty disrespectful, and oh my god, he's already hitting another one. B tier for Bozo. That's God of War 3 done. Seems like a list made by an insane person to me. Time for Chains of Olympus. The Persian soldier can be slain in 1 second after starting the game. They all carry shields that block nothing. Even their boats suck. But I feel like the God of War when I fight them, so I'll put him in A tier. The Cyclops in this game is alright. Well, actually, he's not feeling very well today. Let's talk about the armored Cyclops. Hitting these guys with the blades is technically allowed. Like, they can't stop you from doing it. The Gauntlet of Zeus works much better and literally explodes the armor off them. Once you punch his belt off, though, you should probably close your eyes for the rest of the fight. The circle button will show you something even worse somehow, but fuck it, it's kinda sick. A tier for both of these guys. Careful, our friend Kratos here is about to stomp out a harpling. It's literally his favorite thing. I fell asleep at one point and he just kept stomping. It's like taking candy from a baby, man. If the baby was a flying demon. S tier. I think I just walked in on a shade rizzing a girl up. Just curious, brother, she's alive, right? These are the filler enemies in Chains, who show up every so often just to remind you Kratos is that guy. Same with the Shade Archers. They're the epitome of Kratos fodder. D tier and D tier. Here we have the Banshee, which is of course just a Gorgon with a funny hat. Super easy to stun lock in a 1v1 scenario, but in a group fight, they can stun you with a scream. That does leave you pretty vulnerable to the other enemies. Oh, the shades suck, never mind. Banshee is C tier, and she made the shades look even worse, so they're actually getting demoted to F tier. Fire Guard. The trick with Fire Guard is there isn't one. This one can't even find the ground until he does, and Kratos is forced to fight the ultimate boss. They're also fun to knock into the air and swing around like a Greek piñata. Now don't confuse the Fire Guard with the Fire Sentry. The Sentry throws fire from long range like a coward, instead of turning into a pair of legs like a man. I think this is the only fight they show up in, but call me stupid in the comments if I'm wrong. They're basically just archer shades, but with fire, so I'm going D tier. Hey man, let's get really mad at video games for a second. Satyrs are annoying as hell in every God of War game, and Chains has 2 of them. What the fuck? You got the ones with 2 Sai who come at you like the angry Ninja Turtle. Sorry, I think I meant this one. Those guys are crazy, man. And don't even get me started on the Grenadiers. It's just fire everywhere, all the time. Wow, I sure would love to play tag with you, Calliope, but I keep f***ing exploding. I'm a generational satyr hater. F tier, all of you. Morpheus Beast is the kind of guy to make you say, what the fuck is that? Bro can't do any damage because he's got the zoomies. Plus, breaking out the Gauntlet of Zeus on him is like a super cheat code. C tier. Hyperion Guard is objectively a Giga Chad. No legs, no problem. He'll float towards your ass and kick it. But even if he fails, he'll do a little boogie before exploding into nothing. The perfect enemy. S tier. Alright, you remember the harplings we were stomping out earlier? This is what happens if you miss one. Harpies roll 50 deep in any location and absolutely mog the camera when they kill you. I can't believe I respect the hustle. B tier. The Minotaur is a certified cheek clapper. Staying at mid-range and baiting the charge is the best way to get a full combo without getting all of your teeth slapped out of your head. Fighting two of them with armor makes me feel like God is punishing me for making bad YouTube videos. I'll put him in B tier. Alright, now we've got our second tier list. Let's go ahead and combine it with the other one. And wow, that is truly an abomination. Can't wait for the next two.